Even people say the Philippines is dangerous, which make it easier for foreigners to invest into islands like Siargao or Boracay. There are probably areas that are maybe a little bit like I wouldn't want to recommend people to go there. If without Filipinos, I think my social media would be half the size that it is.
Hi guys, welcome to Siargao 2024. We're here having a good time after Boracay episode. Now we're here doing interviews with locals, foreigners, and all the vibe that you guys gonna love it. This is about to be one of the best episodes in the Philippines.
Let's go!
What's your name and where you from?
Harry Jaggard, I'm from the UK.
Brother, before we start, I just like wanna say it's crazy that I met you here. I'm a big fan. I have been watching your video. It's a lot of pressure right now having you here on the channel. How did you get to know about the Philippines?
So I first came to the Philippines with my friends Ali, who you know of, and my friend Danny. We actually weren't supposed to come here. We were supposed to go to Bangladesh, but we got refused entry from Bangladesh. So we were like, last minute, we are like, let's go to a country. And we are like, Philippines. Had no idea that anything about the country apart from like they have a nice few beaches. That's it. So I came here, made a lot of videos, and they were received very well, luckily. And yeah, from then on, I've been coming back like probably like once a year ever since. So that's three times. This is my third time, and each time I'm exploring new places and learning more about the whole country. And yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to explore all of it, but maybe one day.
Wow. And how did you get into content?
So that was like also 3 years ago. Was a videographer, freelance videographer in Dubai, and made friends with World Nomak, who is a YouTuber, and he kind of like showed me that about making content on YouTube. I'd always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I didn't know how to actually go from videography to YouTube. And then there's a centipede on me. This is island life.
Yeah.
Long story short, he kind of pushed me in the right direction of like, you should be making YouTube videos. We went on a trip to Pakistan. We were the first people in Pakistan after coronavirus. And luckily videos did really well, and kind of then ever since just been like super focused on making each video better than the last video. And yeah, 3 years.
Sometimes I've been watching your video. It's kind of scary. The places you are, the way you really interact with the people. Have you ever been into situations you were like, damn, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation?
Yes. To be honest, for the amount of dangerous places that I've been to, I have not been in that many dangerous situations. So that's like a good thing for people to know. Is like the world is not that dangerous at all. It's not as dangerous as people say. Even people say the Philippines is dangerous, which is crazy. But there was one time when I was in Nigeria and someone threw like a rock at me. So that was a crazy moment. Just he threw like a rock like the size of my fist over. It was from quite far away, so it missed me, and then I just got out of the area. But from that's probably one time in 3 years, and I've been to like the top 5 most dangerous countries in the world. So yeah, out of the probability, like it's very small chances.
You have mentioned about how safe is the Philippines, and yeah, it's out there in the media that people they say that okay, Philippines is not that safe. But you as a foreigner content creator, how safe do you feel walking around the country?
Yeah, well, I'd say for pretty much everywhere, it's like just a joke how people say that. I don't even know how people come up with that. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, for sure it was dangerous, but new governments and they've been working very hard on making it safer. So I'd say most of it. However, there are probably areas that are maybe a little bit like I wouldn't want to recommend people to go there if
There's no local with them.
yeah. Like I went to Mindanao on my own and I had no issues at all. Went to Marawi, which is like a very interesting place. And then there's also islands around there, which is like, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend, but also at the same time, I went there on my own and I was absolutely fine. So yeah, you got to, it's all about your risk tolerance. And like, I always like to think that people are kind and genuine, and in Philippines, they are like the friendliest. So
Knowing that you go to all these countries, right? You meet different people, different culture. Right now, I know you have friends that are home having kids. What did your friend like reacted, or how did they reacted when you said, you know what, I'm gonna live out of this. I'll be traveling the world. I'm gonna be showing other culture to other people. What was like the reaction?
I think they were just like, yeah, like, oh yeah, sure, okay, all right, we'll see you in a few months, like something like that. Like, and that's natural. Like, I think it would be the same. Like, oh, you're just gonna have like a holiday basically, and then kind of as time went on, they're like obviously very happy for me, and they're like, I think they definitely are like, we could not do what you do, because a lot of people look at what I do, especially you see like Instagram stories, you see the best parts, but you don't see the long layovers, you don't see like the overnight flights where you don't get sleep, you don't when you get food poisoning, when you get sick. So it's not all perfect. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change anything. Like, I absolutely love it because it's just complete freedom. Like, I can wake up whenever I want, travel wherever I want. Like today I just got on a bike and just explored the island, but it's not as perfect. So I think most people probably couldn't do what I do, but at the same time, my friends and family are super happy for me, and I'm having fun.
You think traveling, I mean, since you have mentioned about the family, you think traveling have changed your life perspective?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I think probably the number one thing is just having every day I'm just so grateful to have just been born in a country, even just be able to speak English like as my first language. Like, that's something you take for granted. Just even having my passport, like I was speaking to Filipinos, I think they have to get like a visa to go to Japan or to go to China, and for me it's just like visa on arrival. And English people don't even think twice about that. They just expect visa on arrival. So things like that, having just extreme gratefulness. Even just going around the provinces, you see like the local life is definitely not like the same as in England. Like, they're, not as fortunate in some ways. They've got the natural beauty, but they don't have a lot of the things that we have in the West. So that every single day I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and usually it's just like, just being born in a country and just having like a family. And also, like, a lot of people can compare themselves to other people, but I think it's just comparing yourself to who you were.
Okay, brother, thank you. From your own experience, right? Let's just like talk about the Philippines. From your own experience, how do you think the Philippine government or the country itself, they can, or, I mean, what can they do to elevate the tourism here? Knowing from you, from your own experience.
Yeah. Well, it's a double-edged sword because I live in Bali, so I've seen like the effect of like hyper-tourism. But then at the same time, that's not a great thing because Bali has become it's great for money for the government and stuff, but at the same time it's losing its authentic vibe. And this is what Siargao still has, but it could lose that in the future. And what I've spoken to a few Filipinos, and they say that the government are very strict on like keeping the island life. So I would say, like, okay, you could maybe make it easier for foreigners to invest into islands like Siargao or Boracay. However, at that cost, you're going to have loads more tourists, maybe giving more jobs, but also ruining the local life that we have here. So it's a balancing act, but I think they're doing it well. I'd say, like, in terms of my experience in Siargao, it's very local. There's a few electricity blackouts, which is unexpected, but I'd say to improve it, working on the infrastructure, and I'd say Siargao is pretty perfect how it is.
From all the islands you have been to, which one is your favorite one? Here in the Philippines.
I think I've been to like 7 islands now, so I've been to a fairly good amount, and I'd say here to live, but Palawan to travel. Yeah. Here's great for living.
Brother, once again, thank you so much. Yeah. Just before we go, I usually ask these to all foreigners. Do you have any message to the Filipinos watching us right now?
Oh, wow. Well, without Filipinos, I think my social media would be half the size that it is. I think to say that I am a full-time YouTuber would be an understatement without the Filipino people. The Philippines is just like, it's been so instrumental in my YouTube career and Facebook. I think like a lot of my, like, over 1 million Facebook followers are Filipino for me. And so I just would say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching all of my videos. And just thank you.
Once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing the country on your own way. I'm pretty sure us that we live here, we really love what you guys have been doing, coming here and supporting the country, support the locals as well. Just want to say thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you, and I hope this is not the last time I'm seeing you, brother.
No,
once again, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
And also, thank you so much for interviewing me. And this guy spotted me. and came up to me and was like, "Let's make this happen." So you have a lot of potential and success coming your way because you spot the opportunity and you made it happen. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You should tell the story of how we met.
How
It's
we
a funny
met?
story.
Okay. So, guys, I was just passing by. I was like, wait, no. Am I dreaming? I know. Harry. Wait. I saw it. I was like, okay, that's him.
You
I got-
also driving.
I was driving. Yeah, no, I didn't crash. I screamed, hey, bro. And super nice guy, super friendly. He stopped, talked to me. We even took a picture. See you guys on the next episode. I guess this was one of the best, even though I don't have a voice anymore. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
brother.
brother.
Nice to meet you,
Appreciate it.
brother.